Hello and welcome back to Vault Holocron, where today I am going to explain the Quermians. Quermians are the sentient species that originated from the planet Quermia. Quermians were tall and could have grey or pasty white skin, black, brown or red eyes, had long necks, no spine, olfactory glands in their hands instead of having a nose, 4 arms and 2 brains, with one being in the head and the other being in the chest cavity. Quermians often kept 2 of their arms hidden. Quermians could live up to 200 years, and in some cases even longer. Quermians are very similar to the Zexto species. This is because, in the past, Arcanian scientists placed a genetic offshoot species of the Zexto species on Quermia. This was a Quermian ancestor. The planet Quermia was a garden planet in the Outer Rim. It was located in separatist territory during the time of the Clone Wars. This means that it was under a separatist blockade. When the Clone Wars finally did end, Quermia went into Imperial control. A Quermian holy relic was stolen from Quermia and placed in the Imperial Museum. Now I am going to explain notable Canon Quermians. First up is Kalwa, a male cadet that served as a navigator on the Legacy Run, a Class A modular freight transport owned by the Bine Guild, a guild in the outer reaches of the galaxy during the time of the High Republic. Kalwa detected the object that the Legacy Run was going to crash into, and told Captain Hedda Cassette about the object. Although they were unable to stop the crash, Kalwa impressed Cassette with his calm response to the situation. This crash killed the pair of them and caused the Great Hyperspace Disaster, where debris was launched out of hyperspace across the galaxy. Next is Needle, a male from Quermia that joined the Rebel Alliance and served as a Pathfinder. After the Battle of Hoth, he was placed into the Rebel Alliance Fleet Cell, 4th Division. He was part of a mission for a heist of the Imperial Museum. He caused a distraction so that other Pathfinders could complete the mission. He was captured and put to death under the order of a curator in charge of the museum. Now for Yarl Pooth, the Jedi Master from Quermia. That definitely deserves more credit. The video's in the top right. He was on the Jedi High Council during the time of the High Republic era. Supreme Chancellor Lina Soh summoned Yarl Pooth and some others after the Great Hyperspace Disaster occurred, a disaster in which the Legacy Run collided with a Nihil stormship, causing debris to be flung out of hyperspace across the galaxy. Yarl Pooth told Soh that the Jedi High Council did not believe that the disaster was a direct result of Force users. Soh assigned Yarl Pooth and everyone else at the meeting with finding the cause of the Great Hyperspace Disaster and working to make sure it couldn't happen again. Yarl Pooth and the Jedi High Council decided that their response to the effects of the Great Hyperspace Disaster would be led by Jedi Master Avar Kriss. Later in the High Republic era, Yarl Pooth was on the council to discuss whether the Jedi should lend their support to the Republic Defense Coalition, who were working to capture or destroy the Nihil, the Marauders that were manipulated by their leader, Marchion Ro, to cause the Great Hyperspace Disaster. In this meeting, the council decided to lend their support. Later, after the Nihil had supposedly been destroyed, Yarl Pooth went to the dedication of the Starlight Beacon, a space station to assist with navigation in the Outer Rim, with Lina Soh. Nearly a year later, Yarl Pooth was present for a council meeting about the Nihil attack on the Republic Fair on Velo. After the Starlight Beacon was destroyed, Yarl Pooth attended a meeting in the Chancellor's office, along with many others, to discuss what action they could take against Marchion Ro. In this meeting, Yarl Pooth and Jedi Master Pratri Vita were questioned on being assigned back to Coruscant, to which they explained that it was to avoid even more Jedi deaths. During the later years of the Galactic Republic, Yaril Pooth was still on the council, being present for meetings. He was in a meeting to discuss the mission of Seer Junda and Zeno Cordova to Namil. He was also part of the council when the Jedi decided whether Anakin should be trained, with the council initially decided not to train Anakin, but later changing their minds. Yaril Pooth died not long before the Clone Wars while on a mission. Next up is Nim Tar, a male New Republic senator in 5 ABY. Nim Tar's son was kidnapped by the criminal syndicates, Red Key Raiders and Black Sun, in order to blackmail Tar into opposing the notion to send the New Republic military to Jakku by Mothma. Tar's son was saved by a team led by Sinjir Rath Velus, an ex-loyalty officer that abandoned the Empire after the Battle of Endor, and Han Solo. Tar then changed his vote so that he supported Mothma. Next is Unidentified Quermian, a member of the Path of the Open Hand, an extremist missionary cult during the time of the High Republic era. He preached teachings from the Mother, also known as Alicia Zeveron, the spiritual leader for the cult. The Quermians spoke to the Jedi Vilda Mac and Mathia Kathleen when they arrived at Jeddah's holy city. The Quermian told the Jedi that anyone who abused the Force like the Jedi would soon face a reckoning. Now for Vestry, a female that was a pit boss at Kanto Casino, a complex containing casinos, a racetrack, and other places. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and bye.